welcome to RFCL Week 6. We're here on a beautiful, I believe it's a Wednesday. I'm on summer break, so I don't really have to know. I'm Coach Nicotine from App State. I'm here with Coach Martin. How you doing, Coach Martin?
Doing great. Excited to be here, celebrating our first win. Huge deal.
Yeah, SUU last night getting a much needed win. It was a close one. Hopefully, we see something just like that here with number one Northwestern State facing Indub Mo, who is unranked but looking to get back in as they actually still lead their division. So playoff hopes are not out of the way here. So let's go ahead and get started with our interviews. Where do you want to head first?
You know what? Let's go to the home team first.
All right, let's move. Can you move Caleb over there? All right, here we are with number one in the nation, Northwestern State. Head coach Orpheus, how are we feeling heading into this game right here?
Feeling great. Excited to show off the new uniforms and new field. Weren't really able to uh, announce them correctly, but I'm still very proud of how they turned out and very thankful to Caleb.
Yeah, we see these jerseys here with that light blue for NSU. Very beautiful at home. Somehow got all the fans involved too on the short notice there. Coach Mason, I'm very familiar with you. However, you're in an unfamiliar space here with a new team at number one. How are you going to change your offense since you have a target on your back now?
Well, we're going to do what we do best, and we're going to stick to our guns, and we've got to be able to capitalize on certain situation downs and keep doing what we do, and that's being selective on when we choose certain plays, and that should lead us to the right path.
All right, great nothing burger as always. Coach Martin?
Sure. This one will be for Coach Sneak. You guys both run very similar styles of offense. You like to run the ball, so your defense should be well adapted to this. Are you worried about any sneakery or changes that Northwest Missouri might have for you guys?
We're always anticipating the a surprise. So if we see something that we never seen on film, obviously we're gonna make the adjustments. But I have complete faith in our boys to get it done like I have all season. So not anything to really be too concerned about. They're a great team. It's gonna be a great fight.
We do appreciate y'all's time and wish y'all good luck in this game. We're going to head over to Indub Mo and make sure they're ready to come out. Indub Mo heading into NSU, a red hot team, number one in the nation. Y'all are looking back to getting ranked. Here, I have a question for Coach Kernsey, head coach. So you lead your division, however, you are 2-3 overall. Does that change how aggressive you want to play this? As losing this game could essentially knock you out of contention of everything, whereas winning would do so much for your program.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we're actually leading the division. I think we're 1-1. You guys are 2-0. I think NSU's 2-0 in the league.
Yeah, you are correct.
So yeah, this is kind of a win or go home for us. I mean, we kind of have to win out. That's what happens when you start 0-3, and so we're just gonna have to keep doing what we've been doing, make some adjustments if necessary, and try to compete with this very good Northwestern State team.
Coach Martin?
Sure. This one will be just kind of a general, just a red hot. Don't want to say start, but you guys have been red hot here the last couple weeks. How are you going to look to continue that both offensively and defensively against this really great Northwestern State team that has just caught the season on fire?
Yeah, why don't you two guys take that from each standpoint?
Well, I can say from at least a defensive standpoint, I mean, we've been kind of figuring some things out for ourselves. I mean, it does help when you get one of your better defensive ends back from suspension. So that will help us out for sure. I mean, last week against Space Force, going ahead and getting a shutout, I mean, it's really good momentum going into this game. So, kind of look at their offense. They like to run the ball a little bit. They like to utilize their quarterback, but, Happy Gilmore is a really good running back. So just going to have to do the basics all over again. Just a lot of tackling, got to wrap up, got to rally to the tackle, and, obviously we got to get turnovers. So that's what we're going to do today.
We're gonna do what we do in NWMO. We don't let the defense decide what we do on offense. We'll make some small adjustments to kind of attack different parts of the game, but we're gonna do what we do. And if they can stop us and get in front of us and man up on us, then good job to them. But we're gonna do what we do on offense.
Yeah, not surprised there with NWMO with that attitude. It's worked for y'all before, worked all the way to a national championship, and here you can really test your team strength against one of the hottest teams in the RFCL right now. We do wish y'all good luck, and we will head into this game.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
All right. Northwest Missouri set here to kick off, and they do. Northwestern State to recover or to return. They'll get out to about the 22-yard line, return for 20 yards.
NSU on offense first, they're going to strike fast. They're going to start off. They try to make it look like they're pass heavy. By the end of the game, they might have 5 passes only, but they're moving fast either way as they come out in these beautifully iced out jerseys here. Oof, TB12 pulls the ball, heads out to the left, a tackle of 3 yards. TB12 on the year, having a decent day on the ground, or a decent year on the ground.
He's been efficient in the air too, which is really nice when you only have to throw it 10 times.
And that efficiency has led him to 4th in Heisman voting currently as it sets for the RFCL. It is voted by the head coaches, but where it sits at the moment, 4th in voting. NSU 3rd and 5 here. Martin, what are you looking to call in this situation?
Oh, here, there's so much you can do here. NSU, they've been able to break off some huge runs. They can pass it when they have to. To be honest, I think they're going to keep it on the ground here. They're going to test this defensive line.
Northwest Missouri State not putting too many fat guys on the line there, not really respecting the run of Northwestern State here. TB12 hands off Happy Gilmore off to the right side, makes a man miss, tackled, just a gain of 1. Northwestern State in punt territory here.
Absolutely. They've not been ones to really test that. And I believe that was the suspended defensive end coming back in to make that play there. So just like Cappy said.
Woman back in the game after suspension for his immaculate conception in the league. Somewhat of a bastard child the way he came here. But happy to be back on the field.
Listen, he served his time. I'm glad he's back on the field. He's definitely a defensive playmaker. He's going to change the game. So,
a Heisman candidate for NWMO last season. Also, I believe. Let's see. He's a junior, so he was present for the national championship run. As we see Vince Young III come out to lead this team.
And he's been able to step up his game too, not just passing. They've not asked him to pass very much as well, but with his legs, he's been able to get him huge plays and big time. So
he's definitely a big play machine. However, his completion percentage rocking about 57% on the year, 3 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. So big play, but there's definitely been a few times he's thrown them out of the game. Northwest Missouri State here in a I formation, heavy right. Hands it off. Umbulance. Attempts a few moves, but 3 yards is the only gain on the play.
And I think both teams are just gonna be really patient here until they're able to rip one off. And This is going to be a great game. Two teams that have claimed that they have the best run game in the league, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here, not just in score but also in rushing yards.
And rushing yards, heavy in Ambulance's favor here, as he has 451 yards on the ground this year, averaging about 6.5 yards a carry.
I think Happy Gilmore's over the 500 mark this year.
Happy Gilmore. Oh yeah, he's at 538. As a 4-yard rush for Ambulance out the right side. Mo does lead the league in third down percentage. Don't count them out on pretty much any makeable third down.
Absolutely, and the two running styles are very different. NSU leans very heavily on Happy Gilmore, and Mo is able to spread it out a little bit. They've got some really great depth at running back, and also that Vince Young III able to take it on the ground as well.
Vince Young III, definitely a dual threat QB, potentially a triple threat, that third threat being a threat to himself. As we see Mo in a split back formation, two wide receivers to his right, and Northwestern State definitely looking like they could blitz here. Pass is completed over the middle using Healy as a distraction. Bucky McBuckster comes up with the 8-yard reception. He's had somewhat of a quiet year this year. That's only his 8th catch on the year, but he's putting out over 10 yards per catch.
Absolutely, he's been a weapon for him, and that's kind of the trickery that I was asking about earlier in the interviews. Is everyone's expecting Northwest Missouri to run the ball. It's only 4 yards, and they average more than that to carry, but they're able to get a pass there and get Vince off to a good start.
Definitely a good start getting this hot Northwestern State offense stopped. I believe their first possession usually ends in points, and here we're looking at a 0-0 game. Northwestern State back in the I formation. Hands it off to the right. Umblance. Oh, it's not Umblance. Liam Healy, the 5'7", 5'7" senior, getting the carry out of the I formation.
And that's that 1-2 punch of Healy and Ambulance.
Healy, a natural wide receiver, actually ran a halfback the last 2 plays. He has 5 receptions and a touchdown on the year. Really a threat from anywhere on the field. He even has a rushing touchdown.
Absolutely, he's just so fast out of the backfield, and good on them for finding a place for him that he can be a utility guy like that.
Northwestern State really needs to bolster their red zone defense here. Get a stop. Mo, another outside run play. Straight to that tackle's right cheek, just over and over. 0-yard gain.
Northwestern State able to sniff that one out, and you wouldn't expect anything less from the highest performing defense in the league right now.
Yeah, just some fun stats about the league. Second, or the defense of Northwestern State here. They've allowed the 3rd least rushing yards in the league, really making it hard for Mo here, as that's their main form of attack. Maybe why we've seen a few early passes. They are also 1st in interceptions and 1st in sacks in the entire league. Definitely not a defense you want to play around.
Takeaways and everything too, so got to choose your passes really carefully here against this defense.
13 interceptions through 5 games, really incredible. As VY3 keeps it here, I believe that was designed the entire time to go to him. 6-yard rush makes it 3rd and 4. Tough decision here, as they are in field goal range. Really wonder how risky you want to be versus such a strong defense here.
I think they're going to be pretty traditional. They're not going to push anything. However, on the Northwestern side, you got to really think here: are they going to hit us with a pass again, or are they going to run the ball like they normally do? They caught you out once, so.
If I'm Northwestern State here, I'm thinking I have nothing to lose. If they get a first down, they're still in field goal range. So I'm sending the house. However, not a DC here. Split back formation, VY3, sets up to pass. Completes it over to the right. That is a tight end, who's the Anthony Quinn, their redshirt senior.
As a defensive guy, I agreed with you. I would have sent the house there too. Force Vince Young to make a bad decision and let my secondary there do what they do best and possibly get a pick. But as it stands, Northwest Missouri, 1st and 10.
So far in this game, VY3 making good decisions. You wonder when they will pressure him, make him make a bad one. As a split I formation here. VY3 taking his time. It is a handoff to Umblance up the middle. A 6-yard gain for Enda Mo moving inside the 10. I believe they're right outside the 10.
Just great ball carrier vision from Ambulance there, able to weave his way through the line there to get a gain of 6.
I will say a red flag stat that I saw was Enda Mo's likelihood of scoring a touchdown inside the 10 through a rush. It's almost guaranteed that if they score, it will be a rush. You really wonder how much you want to respect the pass here in VY3.
Definitely an important stat to think about. However, they've shown that they are willing to go to him if they need to.
It might be him rushing it. He has, 5 touchdowns on the year, actually more than Umblance. The handoff is to the right. I believe that's Healy again. Yep, another rush for Healy. You wonder how often they want to put such a little dude on power run plays.
I think they're just trying to get the defense off balance there. Try to switch up the speed and tempo of which the runs are coming at them.
As you mentioned before, a nice 1-2 punch there working for Enda Mo.
You got to wonder if they're just going to go ahead and take this to quarter with 2 possessions in the entire game thus far. Are they going to pass it here as they've done on the previous 2 third down attempts?
I think what's going to happen and what the right decision is they're going to get a look at what the first defense is that's going to come out here. If it's perfect, maybe calling a play. I was going to say that inside rush was wide open as Umblance moves the chain as time expires in the first. Really a masterful drive here being put on by Coach Trigger with conjunction with Coach Kernsey.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what you want to do is if you can control the clock with 2, run teams like this, you're going to win the game. So two possessions thus far in the game. So if they can keep the ball out of Northwestern State's hands, it's going to be a good day for Northwest Missouri.
I will say the past 2 crunch downs, 3rd down and short in this red zone here, and Northwestern State has chosen to play very soft, and it's really allowed some big runs by Enda Mo. VY3 hands it up to Umblance again, a 2-3 yard gain, pushing up the middle, right where they want to be.
Absolutely, the linebackers there to meet him that time, but just a little past the line of scrimmage there in Northwest Missouri's favor.
And here, this down could be anything. However, anyone who's watched Enda Mo has a pretty good idea of what's going to happen here. As 2nd and goal, pretty much a free play from the 3.
Absolutely. I think you take a look at, maybe a read option here, give Vince Young the third a chance to run it in as they've done all season long.
As we see Enda Mo in that close I formation again. Healy in the backfield. Umblance at fullback. It is the handoff to Healy again. He might be negative on the day, as he's had 2 1-yard rushes and a -3.
Defense was just ready for the outside run that time.
You wonder if they trust Vince Young in this crunch. I don't want to say crunch, this short field here to make a big play. I have a pretty good idea what you would do in this situation, Martin.
What I would do?
Yeah.
It really depends on the offensive style I'm running, right? So I really like trap here.
I like that too. Especially it's every 3rd down it's been wide open with the run.
Is that what you were going for?
No, I have another idea for you. A amazing
What
catch
a
by
catch.
Kevin Allen. Wow, really going up there and mossing maybe two Northwestern State defenders there. The redshirt sophomore tight end gets his first touchdown of the year and puts his nuts on the back of the helmet of Northwestern State DB.
Absolutely. And Vince Young III trusting his tight end there as he did on the previous third down. And again, this is the trickery I was talking about with, hey, that's not something they would normally do. And they're reaching into their bag there.
You wonder how much of it might be a bit of desperation, as this is a conference game that would put Indermo a little further down the list of conference champions, but certainly give Northwestern State a guaranteed playoff spot. So they're kind of playing with house money. They can just balls to the wall here.
Absolutely. A loss here by Northwestern State really kind of opens up the division there. So lots of, and we got a flag on the return.
It is a clipping call. Horrible start here for Northwestern State at home. These beautiful jerseys maybe just freezing their players over just a bit.
I think I read earlier that this was supposed to be a Hell Freezes Over. I don't know what you'd call that theme.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So hopefully not in terms of the NSU team here.
TB12 coming back onto the field after a very short first possession. Split backfield with Happy Gilmore. It is a QB power TB12. An amazing run to start off this drive. Hurry up for Northwestern State.
And he continues to just impress.
True freshman. The handoff is to Happy Gilmore. Has a few holes to pick from. 5 yards on the gain. We're going hurry up again. This is Mason's signature here. Coming under center, TB12. Heavy right. Look for this stretch play right here to the right. That corner is not going to do anything about it. As a bloodshed stops it for one. Mason giving us time to breathe finally. That 8-yard rush to start the drive, really huge for TB12, a true freshman that already has 4 touchdowns on the year. It averages 5 yards a carry on 34 carries.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't expected to start, but he's been thrust into this role and he's done nothing but excel here. And this is the second QB in a row that's been brand new to the league that's kind of taking the league by storm here.
Jet sweep goes nowhere. El Diablo -3 puts them in a tough third down. But as you said, TB12 playing a wonderful freshman year to start off his college campaign. The starter throwing 5 picks in the first, I believe, 2 games. Getting his ass benched after a bad Space Force loss in week 1. TB12 since then, oh man.
It's your spot until it's not. So next man up is the Northwestern way, and they've been able to ride that for a 4-1 record here.
TB12 not liking the play, pulling in a wide receiver to block. Wonder how that will go against a really good end of Mo line. Back to pass. TB12 almost crushed on the play, then almost gives the ball up. Confused on which team is his. End of Mo is going to get out of this drive right here with, I believe, only giving up 1 first down.
Absolutely. And, with 3 minutes, 38 seconds left, they've already shown that they can drain the rest of the clock here. So defense has got to step up here for Northwestern State.
I will say any score on this drive for NWMO really puts them in the driver's seat and also starts to look good towards that points per game that Northwestern State can score, 24. Getting to that mark as quick as possible really puts you in a good position. You'd like to see Northwestern State's defense here really step it up the way they have been all year. Get themselves a turnover or a sack that just puts Northwestern State in a bad spot as we get a guaranteed pass here. Vince Young III gets absolutely clobbered on the blitz.
And that's what you need. You need to get pressure on him, make him question a couple of the next moves he's going to make.
Northwest Missouri State has had a lot of success out of the single and split back formations. And then they go to the those I formations. They really don't get too many yards, especially when they give it to Healy. Like for them to stay in the shotgun look.
I think they're just being patient, and I'll give them kudos. They're an awfully patient offense and an awfully patient team, and they'll wait for that run to actually open up and take it. So
As Umblance inside run here gets 5 on the play. Anytime Northwestern State has left that middle open, Northwest Missouri State will take it. Gosh, these directions.
so many Northwests.
My goodness.
Northwestern State finds themselves in a situation that they found themselves in 4 times in the last drive. So, you got to be thinking, is this a pass maybe? Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if it was an inside run again. However, hot routes being called, the Bearcats set back for a pass. The pass is complete to the right. Liam Healy showing he can work in both forms of the offense, passing or receiving and rushing. First down.
Vince Young III doing a real great job taking care of the ball and putting it where he needs to continue these drives and put his offense in the best position possible.
And he definitely scared all of us escaping a clean pocket for no reason, but seems to work out there as he's on target with Healy, really putting pressure on Northwestern State. This I form again, this time with Umblance at running back, heavy right with the tight end and wing. All 3 tight ends in the game.
Oh!
Don't know what play that was. We'll never find out.
Untouched to the quarterback before you can even hand it off. And that'll put Northwestern State in a situation they haven't been in yet this game.
Their first sack, Northwestern State Demons' first sack of the game, adding to their total that they have on the league. That could have been a play action pass, a dive. We'll never know. He was sacked so quickly. As they get back to shotgun, Umblance to the left of Vince Young. Northwestern State looking like a man blitz at the moment. It is Vince Young III swallowed up 3rd and 17. Another chance for the Demons to get off the field as they call a timeout.
Absolutely. That's exactly what they needed to get Northwest Missouri State here behind the sticks and force them to really try to air it out here. And that's where Northwest Missouri's defense really thrives in getting these interceptions and turnovers.
Third and 17, way out of field goal range. Might need to take a chance here, but you don't want to lose the whole game when your defense is playing so well.
With the amount of time that's left, I think you take your shot here. If you don't get it, go ahead and punt it away. And
Vince Young III, knee shaking. Mom Spaghetti hikes the ball, gives it to Umblance as they give him a pity 8 yards, still way outside of field goal range. Another timeout by Northwestern State, looking like, unless there's a depth chart change, Northwestern State Demons probably getting the ball at the 20, starting their drive off at about 1:35 left on the clock. I don't recommend that. I kicked a 53 today, and Big Daddy returned it. There you go. So this is definitely going to go in the back of the end zone. 17 total yards for the Demons so far in this first half.
Far cry from their previous performances, so got to look to regroup here. You don't have very much time left here to make something happen. If you can make a field goal happen here, that you go into the half with a semi-win, right?
I will say Mason, as an offensive coordinator, is very aware of how much time he has left and how many times he can actually run the ball in that. He's going to make you think he's going to pass and pass and pass here, but I wouldn't be surprised to see 2 or 3 run plays, especially if it's wide open, as Happy Gilmore right up the middle, 4 yards. Here comes Hurry Up. Mason's going to try to do as much as possible with the run, does not want to risk a horrible decision here by his true freshman. Here is another run play. I almost guarantee it. 3rd and inches. Need to hurry up.
That spot's
Mason
not going to
taking
help
his
them there.
time. Mason in no rush. He knows he can get one big run and preserve a lot of clock after this play. Here comes the QB sneak. It gets it. Can't hurry it up, but still have to pick a play quickly. I believe Mason just picked any play, and he's about to quick audible. Again, I would not be surprised if it was a run. Yep, it is a halfback dive. Happy Gilmore. That's exactly what Mason needed. That is exactly a play to stop the clock, turn the chains.
And you're a nice little pass play away from being in field goal range at a minimum.
Just like I said, Mason's going to try to do as much as possible without actually passing. He'll make you think he's passing, but he's already gone 50 yards down the field without a single pass. Do we have a rule on like hurry up? How many times you can like call the same play? Because not to tell on him, but he worked out of audibles that entire set and probably. Anyways, Mason 2nd and 1 with the Demons here. Motion to the right. It is another handoff. Happy Gilmore stops the clock, moves the chains. Demons are out of timeouts. A bad play here could end the half. 2 good plays could get a field goal. 3 good plays, and we might be talking about 7. A pass play from TB12. Airmails it. Hits the water girl in the back of the head. Someone check on her.
However, that does stop the clock so they can get more set up into something they want to do.
Let's see, wing offset. Mason's going to hit either a corner out of the tight end. I know he likes a wheel route out of here. Look for something by one of the fat guys. As an interception, Northwest Missouri State Bearcats down the left sideline to the 27-yard line, taking 3 guaranteed 3 away from the Demons, going to end this half and get the ball back, I believe, at half.
Huge call from the Northwestern Missouri defense there, and a great play, and that's going to put them in the driver's seat as they do receive the ball in the second half.
As we can start to get ready for these halftime interviews, let's go talk to Northwestern State first. As Umblance making a great attempt there, 14 yards, pad that heat for the second half. Northwest Missouri State taking the timeout to get one more play, get their quarterback, potentially their running back, a little warmer.
What do you think here? Do you think they're just going to get their guys warmer, or do you think they're going to take a shot here?
Me personally, I get the ball back at half, so I'm just going to run QB power. Maybe attempt a play that I've been looking at this entire first half, but it just hasn't been there. I might take a chance here on it. Maybe some type of screen or a counter, something that just want to test for the second half. As we already know, this is a volatile defense. They will take the ball away from you. You cannot take any risks. As Trigger's pulling his hair out, this could be a horrible decision here. Covering his mouth, praying to Hail Mary.
As he airmails it down the field.
Oh, prayer is answered. Ball does not get intercepted. Let us head to
Northwest Missouri.
Orpheus, Mason, and Sneak.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, here we are, down 7 at half. Offense showing some life there at the end. What are we looking to abuse in this Northwestern Missouri State defense in the second half?
We've got to get the ball moving, running the ball a little better. We haven't been able to do that effectively, and we got to be able to hit a few passes here and there. So we got to get our quarterback in the right mental state, and when we get them there, we'll feel confident moving forward.
Coach Orpheus, a quick head coaching question here. What was your thought on potentially slowing down that offense, getting your guaranteed 3 at half versus swinging for the fences, and how do you feel about that? What came of it?
We were planning for 3 the entire drive. We just needed a shot play there at the end to guarantee field goal range, but that just didn't happen. We were always playing for 3 there. There's plenty of game left to be panicking, trying to get 7. So we were just trying to get the point and gain momentum.
Coach Martin?
Yeah, great adjustments by the defense during that first half. They were able to pretty much kill the first quarter. What are you looking to do here, Coach Sneak, to help control their offense a little bit better?
We gotta definitely still keep on our man here. Obviously that wide open, not really wide open, that touchdown where there was 3 of us around one singular guy and he still caught it. That's unacceptable in my opinion. And they will be hearing about it. But the way we adjusted after that, it's been great. Very stressful, but still great. So we're just gonna keep doing what we're doing and do what we do best and go from there.
We know that y'all will give us a good game. Good luck on the rest of it. We are going to head over to the Bearcats.
Right.
Kearns.
Oh, okay.
Catching you with the pillow talk. We're here with the Bearcats, up 7 on the #1 team in the nation on the road with getting the ball back after half. Let's start with Kernsey. I just need to hear it. Say first off, fuck Mason.
Can't do it.
All right. Thank you for that. Coach Trappy, your defense holding the one of the top few offenses in the league to 0 points at half. What about your preparation led us to this point?
Well, I mean, it does help again that I'm playing with other coaches instead of by myself like last time. So, it's just watching the film, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. I mean, at the end of the day, the game is always trial and error. We'll sit there and figure out what's been working for us here, as we've been talking about, as we're sitting here at halftime. But Mason's good at what he does, and Mason can get an offense going here really, really quickly. So we just gotta still be on our toes. The game's not finished yet. The game's not over. We're only in the third quarter. So I know offense is gonna do its thing. Defense will just need to step it up, just like offense been stepping up all night. So, and we love it. So we're gonna finish off this game strong and come out with the win.
Coach Kearns, I do have a real question for you. So Mason, or not Mason, but y'all's offense on third down has been clicking, moving the ball. What decisions have you been making on third down? Are you just seeing open looks, or do you just know what the defense is going to call that's getting y'all to convert there?
Yeah, I think it's just we're seeing the looks that we want. We've got audibles we can go to if we need to, but VY3 is making some throws, and I've said it many times in the past. If VY3 makes throws for us, we are very, very hard to beat.
That third down, I think it was 3rd and 1 right before the first quarter ended. Y'all called a play with like 5 seconds and ticking. Were you looking for a certain look, and if you saw it, you were going to hike it, and if not, let it run?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Coach Martin?
Yeah, Coach Trigger, what have you been able to work with Vince Young the third here to get him passing like he is and to get him comfortable? He's looked a lot more calm in the pocket and been able to make some big plays for you guys passing.
Confidence. It's all mental with that guy. He's got the talent. He's just got to make the plays. Nice easy throw to start the game off. That lob in the corner of the end zone was big time throw. He can make the throws. He's just got to have confidence to do it.
He's currently 4 of 6, one of the incompletions being a Hail Mary. So really, what is it, 4 for 5 there with a touchdown pass. Coach Martin, anything else? Are we headed to second half?
I think we're good. Wish you guys all the luck.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Love you.
Gross.
Gross.
All right, here we go with the second half. End up Mo getting the ball back. Coach Martin, just run us through your mindset as both teams here heading into the second half.
Well, I just started here, and yeah, I was a little bit delayed there, but my mindset here for Northwest Missouri State is, keep the pressure on, eat up as much clock as possible, put points on the board, put this game out of reach for Northwestern State. If I'm Northwestern State, got to look for the opportunity here to get a stop and score quickly and get back into this game.
Yeah, Northwest Missouri State really has the opportunity here to potentially bleed out the clock like they did in the first quarter, taking the entirety of all but like 4 plays for the Demons.
I think by the time their drive was done in the second quarter, they had used up a whole quarter. So they've shown that they can and will do it.
Certainly can. Really putting a stop to Happy Gilmore's Heisman campaign here might actually knock him out. Umblance with the reception out to the right side on the swing pass, 1-yard gain.
Really like the look there. That's a play that's been used around the league, and just as kind of kind of like what you were talking about at the end of the half there. Just try it out here early, see if it works, see if they're prepped for it.
That's one that a lot of teams like to try just to see if maybe they can bust one real quick. It's a pretty safe pass to test your quarterback's heat here. Would love to know what VY3 is. As the Umblance handoff here, first down, gets pancaked by I believe that's... Oh, I don't have it. Anyways, hurry up.
I think I saw Moses on the field there splitting the Red Sea.
Healy in motion, back in the backfield. Umblance handoff. Demons not fooled there for a 4-yard rush, 2nd and 6. Still bleeding clock here for NWMO. Still moving the ball.
Absolutely. Just checking the chat here, answering some questions. Got to know, Coach Martin, 3rd and 17 last night, and you got it last night. How crazy were you going? That's just Ty Washington doing Ty Washington things. So players make plays.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
Exactly.
You having a wonderful night. Really could have been a night that could have came in week 1, 2, 3, as they had a ton of close games. Here is the small man again, Healy, 5 to the right.
Absolutely, and Northwest Missouri State having a very similar year, starting off 0-3, but been able to reel off 2 wins in a row here, trying to go for 3 to get back into the playoff conversation. So, speaking from experience and watching a couple teams, it takes a little bit to really learn the team that you have and learn what works and what doesn't. So, That's what I love about this league is, any team, anytime. A couple other comments asking if this is the team that shut down Space Force. That's what's great about the league is anybody, any night could really just take over the game and win.
That's really a great point. As 4th and 1 comes up for Healy, don't know how that's not 4th and 2. Healy in the strong formation, just not really performing. But back to your point, Northwest Missouri State losing week 1, 20-23, with a very good Lake Erie team that is really climbing charts anytime people stop paying attention. Losing to App State 23-6, and I know personally in that game it was much closer than that until the very end. I think we got like a pick six. Losing to Creighton 14-13. That Creighton team is tough. And then
same for you guys losing to Creighton 9-7, right? It's any team, anytime.
Yeah. So I mean, to that question, is this the team that shut out Space Force? Yes, and they're shutting out the Demons. So really showing their strength in defense here.
And that's how Northwestern State needed to come out here defensively, get that stop, and get this offense rolling to make this a game.
Knowing Mason, this will continue to be that rushing attack. However, it'll be with a lot more intent than before. He is hungry for a score. I mean, you could hear it in the interview. I mean, he's pissed about 7-0. Most people aren't that mad about 7-0. That's a winnable game. He's pissed. A perfect play call there only goes for 3. However, in my heart, it goes for 100. Beats the all-out blitz of the Bearcats. Hurry up here, spread flex formation. Wouldn't be surprised if Happy Gilmore gets this one up the center. N-Dub Mo really clogging it up there with Bosworth Jr.
And TB12 there was really just a couple steps away from breaking that out. So the mentality there is correct.
TB12 forced a pass here. Throws one to the Bearcats and says, hey, you guys, you forgot a ball. Mason absolutely heated here.
We'll just say TB12 didn't like that ball, and hopefully we get the right one in there so he can hit this pass here.
No, just a little look ahead here. We'll remind you later, Northwestern State heads to actually stays at home to play Jacksonville State in after this game. Tough 2-week stretch here. TB12 making some changes in the tight formation here. Completes a pity 2-yard pass to James Walker. Have not heard his name much this game, let alone this year.
I think that was just looking to get a completion. That's his first completion of the game. Just get him settled down. There's still some football to play here, so I don't hate that call from Coach Mason.
One thing I will say, Mason's greatest trick as offensive coordinator is he will make you think he's past.
Oh my goodness!
A great roll. Something you don't see in the RFCL. Pinned on the 11 into Mo Bearcats. Long ways to go.
Did that just set the record for longest punt?
I have no clue.
I mean, I don't think I've seen a punt go that far. Like you said, we've only seen a handful of punts ever get pinned behind the 20s. So
it's kind of like the field goal stat. Like we haven't tracked it, but we might as well track that one as the current, the current best, and then move on. As the screenplay to Umblance completely blown up. Basically, one man between the Umblance and the end zone there.
And the block just whiffed there. Had that block held, that would have been a much bigger gain. So great play from the defensive player there.
One thing I look for the Demons to get a hold of here is the quarterback. A little bit low on their sack total versus a team that allows about 1 sack a game. Northwestern State getting about 2 sacks a game, already at 1. Vince Young in 3 wide receivers to his left. All out blitz look here by the Demons. Umblance fights through traffic, gets hit by a car.
Pays dividends for Northwestern State, though. It's going to put them at 3rd and long, so probably won't be able to hit the same plays that they've been hitting passing wise. So look for a different look from Northwestern State or Northwest Missouri here.
I look for the Demons here to send out a blitz and the Bearcats to take advantage of it. Really just depends on which players want to make the play here.
Five for 7 on 3rd down conversions tonight. That's an amazing conversion rate.
Just adds to their total that leads the league here. Really just great calls on 3rd down and crunch time. That was almost not one of them. Umblance makes his first contact behind the left guard, finishes the play across the 1st down line. Good God.
Just will not be denied. That's what I really like about Umblance is rarely does he go down with first contact, and he'll carry guys with him.
A rare stat that really carries teams too deep in the playoffs. A la Cooper, I don't remember his first name, for NWO on their championship run.
Greg Cooper.
Spurbeck, App State. I believe the handoff here, that's a tight end. Charles Russell. That was a 5-yard carry. That did not look like 5 yards.
He's stretched.
Interesting.
Look, man, I'm not here to argue the where the refs call the ball.
Trigger's background says most hated.
Northwest Missouri has come out embracing a more villainous role this season, and it's paid off for them. Starting out 0-3, but then coming out and dominating the next 2 games, looking to make it their 3rd.
I will say they're one team that you're not going to be able to just trash talk and get in their head. Charles Russell, 4 yards on the play, 3rd and 1. Don't move, he's hurt. He's just chilling.
Find ourselves in another 3rd down situation, and this one is much more favorable for Northwest Missouri State.
Third and 1. I would look, like we've seen all game, Umblance is probably not going down on first contact. Northwestern State showing heavy blitz here. Last time Trigger put his head in his hands, they passed it. Just going to say. An amazing play call here. Liam Healy finally gets some yards in a tough, tight formation there.
Get some speed going to the outside there, get that 1st down.
Healy has a 3rd of his career rushes tonight in this game. 6 rushes for 14 yards. 6 rushes for 14 yards.
I think he has been a new addition to the backfield. However, he's been extremely effective the last few games. So just looking for the opportunity for him to break one out.
I will say he participated in the last 2 games for NWO, resulting in a combined 72 points of offense. So could say it's, he's put on a show. He's been a part of the show at least. He's been backstage.
He was able to take that carry before the quarter for 6 yards there. So 7 attempts for 20 yards now.
Not up to his average per carry. However, pretty much every carry has been like critical points, like 2nd, medium, 3rd. Some 3rd and mediums too. 3rd and shorts.
And that's just a testament to Northwest Missouri and how patient they are, knowing that he's going to find his lane here. Clock quickly running down for Northwest Missouri, but they're able to get it off.
might have
Oh no!
didn't as a -1 yard play for Umblins. He probably had 2 or 3 there before he did a spinning trip backwards here. Oof. It really is. I mean, the two tricks going on right now is Northwest Missouri State is tricking us into thinking the Demons have gained no yards this game. They've gained probably 80 to 100 yards and just left with 0. And then Mason's greatest trick of just making us think he hasn't that he hasn't ran it. That's nearly all he does. His running back has more yards than Umblins.
Absolutely, and both teams just really trying to play their game. When Northwestern State has the ball, they're trying to move down the field as fast as possible, finding those matchups that they like, and Northwest Missouri just really trying to eat the clock here and limit the ability that Northwestern State has to do that.
The split backfield formation they've gained yards in this game, however, losing 5 here. 3rd and 10 in the fourth quarter. Not really what you want to see really ever, but I mean this is supposed to be the drive that you waste 4 or 5 minutes of clock and you're at 3rd and 10.
Absolutely, and that was really uncharacteristic of Northwest Missouri State. They've let the clock drain down like that, but they've been able to get the pass off. So don't know if there's a miscommunication there or what.
I like to think of a lot of those as the offense has a play called, defense adjusts to it, offense can't get the second adjustment off in time. As they go right back to the split back formation, Healy to the left on the pass. VY3
Ooh.
corner, Chris Luke, one of his few catches on the season, a huge one, 17 yards.
And Vince Young the third, 6 for 8 for 51 yards and a touchdown. Really been able to hit those passes in key situations when he needs to.
Yeah, not to make everything about me, but a la Sandy Bones in season 2, he might only throw 6 to 10 times a game, but they're all going to be critical plays, almost all going to be completed. VY3 putting on a show.
256 yards combined for the two teams tonight.
About what we thought out of the Bearcats, definitely uncharacteristic here for the Demons, especially at home. Umblins, an amazing first trot. 2nd and 12 after an 8-yard carry. He's up to 79 on the day. And just as we said before, and they're going to change it. All right. They do amazing in these shotgun formations, especially when they decide to run it with Umblins. But they're about to get away from that, go to a stronger formation, and put in a weaker guy for less yards. I'm just saying, stick in the shotgun, inside zone. It's been working all day. Liam, you just got here. Watch some roll the tape back. You don't know Sandy Bones like that. That's a national champion you're talking about.
You know, there's a reason that we as a team at App State last season brought him back towards the end of the season.
He's a
We
fucking
can't
winner.
account for the Sandy Bones effect.
He has like an extra stat of just Sandy Bonesing. That's a 99, and like he can Sandy Bones at any time, and it'll be great. Like it's no other QB can. Anyways, back to this game. QB sneak goes for 5-4. Vince Young the third. I mean, put him on your Heisman charts, ladies and gentlemen. What more can he do for you?
I believe that puts them at 84% third down conversion rate this game.
Liam, the thing is, I don't remember that game because
Hey, listen, you just tell him that I remember the pick that Chalupa or CBM threw last night. So
this is true. Creighton preying on their downfall. Bearcats looking to waste some more time. Wonder if they'll actually use all the clock here. They will not. Healy stopped right behind the center. -1 again. Like, Healy is not the man in these tight formations. Go to Umblins. Honestly, go to Umblins all the time. Healy is not that productive.
Just not working tonight. I understand what they're trying to do with their two-headed monster there, and tonight it's just not working.
There have been a few big plays he has made in short yardage, but like he's made one or two, I believe only one. It was like a second and short, but for the most part, getting stopped behind the line. Healy back into the left at fullback, Umblance at halfback. I guess that's what that is. Gain of 5.
And again, puts this third down into manageable range for this Northwest Missouri offense.
But yeah, but
Yeah,
I will say y'all have 66% of his interceptions this entire year. He only has 3 the entire year.
Listen, Liam, I don't think you've met my secondary, but I'm not shocked that it was the only interception.
Oh, you're talking about that's Abba's only interception? That's
CBM.
That's not true. That's not true. He had a lot of interceptions. 3 is the minimum in the league right now.
Only one from last night, though, is what we're saying.
Oh, okay. Pardon me.
Northwest Missouri able to get the ball off. However, that's going to put them in 4th and 5. However, I'm pretty sure they're in field goal range here, so gonna super press.
Are they in field goal range?
That's a great question.
They're checking kicker. I would check the distance first. It might not even matter.
They could be like me and decide that, hey, I'll take the punter over the.
Oh, yeah, I'm kicking that. I will say 47 is a forbidden number, and I don't want to talk about why. I don't want to talk about it.
We can talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay. I've never beat him either.
I'm about to. 2 days. Here we go. 4th and 5, the 47-yard field goal from the right hash, favorable for left-footed kickers, but guess what? He's right-footed, so we'll see. He somehow got number 19. Don't know who let him do that, but he's losing it if he misses. As he makes it, he gets to keep his number. There's no death threats in his DMs. 10-0, Bearcats, big leg, don't know his name, putting them on top.
And that, like I said, that's just going to put more pressure on Northwestern State here to make something happen, and not a lot of time to do it.
Huge. Not putting the Demons out yet, but at home here, not looking great. 10-0. Mason definitely has enough time for 2 possessions. Not if the Bearcats touch the ball at all again. If the Bearcats touch the ball, it's over.
And that's more what I was saying here is, defense is either really got to step it up here, or offense has just got to ball out here and score in no time.
Mason forced to pass here. TB12 not quite warm yet. I believe 2 completions. Literally, I think 2.
I believe that's correct. However, if there's anyone who can get him calmed down and get going, it's Coach Mason.
Northwestern State here potentially losing a game that would give them guaranteed playoff spot as a first down is completed to James Walker on the left hash. Here we go. Hurry up.
That's exactly what you need to start out with here. A quick, good completion and get TB12 rolling.
TB12 making some changes as he fakes the handoff. Clean pocket. Hates a clean pocket for some reason. Sacked for 5 yards. Indub Mo gets their first of the game. Joe Novak, I believe a junior. Scrambling here is the Demons. A deep pass on. Oh, way overshot. Mr. Soggy Waffles, the closest human to that orbit. Nowhere close.
However, nice to know that he can sling it that far.
you wonder if that's just a message to Coach Mason and the offense that he can rip it, call something deep, tired of these run plays. In his short career, TB12 having his worst completion percentage, even though he leads the league. A completion out to the right gets the chains moving and the clock stopped. Knowledge Ferguson, little unknown demon here. Mason continuing with the 5 wide.
El Diablo been awfully quiet tonight.
El Diablo with not a single reception. Oh, actually, he has a rush. El Diablo with 1 rush. Voodoo, 0 rushes, 0 touches, 0 receptions.
Coach Mason checking the play there, seeing that TB12 completely missed an open guy there. So he's going to be in the ear of that quarterback.
Mason absolutely fuming. Wonder how this interview will go at the end. Think we should just go ahead and interview them, get them out of here if it comes to that. Here comes a rush by Coach Mason up the middle. No, he changed out of it. Rips it to nobody. Another airmail ball. Bearcats instilling fear into the true freshman at home. You really wonder what's going on with the Demon quarterback here.
Oh, you got to also wonder, last season it was the curse of number 2. This season it's definitely been the curse of number 1, and you got to wonder if there's any truth to that.
Really opening up the doors for potentially App State to take number 1 with a win, or I believe number 3 is UCO. Correct me? Someone correct me?
I believe so. With
doesn't matter, but number 3 also having the doors wide open to be a number 1 contender.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's Lake Erie at number 3, Central Oklahoma at number 4.
Lake Erie or even UCO, either one could take the number 1 spot here if the Demons fall, as it is a 4th and 15. Mason calling his go-to play here. It's going to be this wheel route to Crump Jr. Praying it works. It was covered. TB12 scrambling. 3rd option. 4th option. He rips it. Back to the route. It is intercepted. NWO Bearcats call game, as they can potentially just knee it out. They can call game right here. They might have to run a single play. Northwestern State might not touch the ball again. An absolute masterclass by all sides of the coin for the NWO Bearcats, Coach Martin.
Again, that Northwest Missouri defense coming away with a pick, really tearing into this freshman quarterback and his confidence. So, Northwest Missouri State came out, they played their game, and Northwestern State going to take a timeout here with the kneel down.
Both very on character. NWO choosing to knee out the clock, be a little classy, as they have complained a few times this year that class has not been up to their standard. However, Mason on the other side, Orpheus and Sneak will squeeze this for every opportunity they have, as they should. If you have a chance to win, why not call the timeouts?
I mean, the old adage that it ain't over till the fat lady sings. 53 seconds is time enough to score a touchdown, kick an onside, and score again. So
certainly, as Wentz takes a 3-yard gain. One more play, is a 1st down, calls game. The number 1 curse striking in Louisiana here. Don't know what town in Louisiana, but it's honestly surprising I even knew Louisiana. Coach, go ahead.
I was gonna say you did pay for the team, so
I did pay for this team. I am the athletic director of and the number 1 fan for the Northwestern State Demons. So this is actually a tough loss. But first off, fuck Mason. So This will also put Northwest Missouri State at 2-1 in the division, tied with Northwestern State with the head. They have the head-to-head tiebreaker. Both 2-1 here in the division. App State 2-0. Next week for NWMO is Jack State, another conference game. If NWMO wins that game against Jack State next week and JSU beats App State, Northwest Missouri State will be, no matter their rank, top of the division looking to go to the conference championship.
And again, I've said it a couple times tonight, really a testament to their coaching staff being able to adapt and get this team back into standard here before the season end. All right, Northwestern State gonna drive down the field here.
So we also, like I said, we have the Demons at 2-1 in their division. They will play next week versus Mercer at home again, Tuesday, June 4th, 8:30 Central Standard. That game, Northwestern State Demons, if they win that game and then they win their week 8 versus, I have it here, I'm just bad at reading, App State, if they win both of those games, they could be in the divisional championship versus NWMO. If they drop either one of those games, they will be in trouble and probably miss out on the conference championship, even if they're ranked high. And just because I said the Demons game, NWMO's next game versus Jack State at home for NWMO will be Monday, June 3rd, 8:30 Central Standard.
Who does App State have this week?
App State this week has Central Arkansas. That's a lie. Jacksonville State, Thursday, 7 o'clock.
Huge game there.
Huge. Jacksonville State looking to get back into the action. App State looking to progress to number 1, remain number 1 in the division, and lock in a playoff spot. So huge implications.
On top of everything else, look to get their first win over that team and last opportunity to do so.
You son of a bitch. Definitely get the monkey off of our back with that team. They have obliterated us in the worst ways possible. I want to die. As State completes it. Yeah, completes it. James Walker looking to get a pity score here. Just one touchdown makes this look a lot better. And conference point differential might come into play because common opponent, Northwestern State could beat App State, and App State has beat NWMO. So it could matter. There might be a point to this. You go for 2 here. I hate to tell you. Let me just give you a masterclass here. So you go for 2 here because you for sure just lost, right? But if you get to 2, it's 10-8. You kick the onside, you recover the onside. You might actually be close to field goal range, but you're not Hail Mary range.
Or listen, you fumble the return on accident. That just, there's a lot that can happen on the field here.
Yeah, TB12, I believe, maybe completed 4 or 5 passes this game. Vince Young batting at like an 80%. Oh, the Demons with 4 seconds left have a Hail Mary attempt. Let's lock in, boys. What the fuck is up? We're going to finish this game in style as NSU lets them know it's Hail Mary time. Put that catching on conservative. That was fucking insane.
Listen, I did not mean to put that kind of voodoo on this, but
voodoo for the catch for the touchdown. Here it is. Martin calls it. The pass is up. Short.
Can we get a replay on that?
SUU 1 yard short potentially as they complete the Hail Mary with zeros on the clock in a 1-score game. Orpheus shows the first emotion since birth when he didn't cry. He is astounded. They're looking for the play. He's going to show us. They're laughing. Just had to check on them. Mason
Wow.
called one of the best RFCL games of all time, ending at the 1. I also need to know who caught it, because if that was Voodoo, that genuinely could have been. Oh, El Diablo makes his first reception of the game, I believe. All right, let's see where we can get an in-house challenge here. If this is in, boys, we'll overrule it. Caleb said I can. Yeah, give me a better view, Mason. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah. Where did it go out of bounds?
And he's going to be out short.
The inch-line short.
What
That
an effort by Northwestern State there. Looks like he was kind of forced out by his own receiver there.
And then to Northwestern State. Let's get their reactions.
All right.
Wait. Northwestern State Demons. Give us just the light. Just give it to us.
You're very loud, Nick. Can you? I didn't understand what you said right there.
Coach Mason, tell us what was going through your head. 1 inch short.
Well, when you're short your whole life, you're kind of used to it. So it tends to happen sometimes. It is what it is, man. We had a bad game. We didn't have the best game on offense. Defensively, we played pretty well. Offensively, we weren't able to consistently move the ball. We weren't able to get around their great defensive line. I mean, they're a very high overall team. When you have a higher overall team, it's just a little bit easier to get a little bit more block sheds and stuff like that. So um, they came out there and they were able to neutralize the run game for the most part and got us in situations where um, they wanted to blitz us on early downs, which is great. We just couldn't hit the throws that we needed to hit in order to do so. So shout out to them. They had a good game plan and just came up, looks like 2 yards short.
Coach Martin.
I am lost for words right now. What do you, having been on your side of feeling these losses, what are you telling TB12 there, who did everything possible to make that game winnable?
Coach Mason or Coach Orff?
Both. Let's talk.
Is there much you can say? He put the ball in the best possible spot. It's just, I'm speechless. It's just he put the ball in the best spot. Just that's probably the best result. Unfortunately, with the guy there, it would have been very unlikely for the touchdown.
And also, I'll add on top of that, we were not expecting by any means getting that onside kick. It was more of a blessing. So the fact that we had the opportunity to get that back, the fact that we were actually able to get the ball back, ideally, what we wanted right there was to score before they had the opportunity to get the kneel downs and all that. We just couldn't get the ball moving consistently, and that falls on the offensive coordinator here. We got to be able to move the ball no matter what. So we're gonna get back to it, get back in the lab, and we'll see what we have to do to get ready for. I believe we play Mercer next week.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you guys, and well thought game here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
End of Mo, the end of potentially a heartbreaker. Was there doubt?
I mean, we didn't think so. I mean, they got awfully lucky with the end of that game, and sometimes that's what it takes is luck. I mean, that's what we've won on all year. So that's the way it goes. Sometimes sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not, and we just got a little more lucky than they did tonight, I guess. Great team, great coaches over there. Again, we got lucky to get out of here with the dub.
Coach Trigger feeling good, feeling so good he left his chair. What did you do in that span? Did you punch a hole in the wall? Did you heel click? Do a cartwheel? What'd you do?
Just getting a little prime, getting a little hydration. The only heartbreaker would have been if a team get dominated for 3.98 quarters, win a game like that. So that went how it should have. No worries here. It's always good to beat a good head coach like Mason. It's always good to be winning against him. He's a national championship winning coach, obviously. And I might get current Mason been for this, but I got something I gotta say. Feels good to beat the old OC Orf. He's been nothing but disrespectful about his time at Georgetown since he's left. He's done nothing but just try to be part of the in crowd and try to get John suspended, try to get me suspended. Once you figure out season 3, he's forgot where he's come from, and I gotta get it off my chest. Felt good to beat him. He needs to remember where he came from. He needs to remember his season 1 stuff that was not, he needs to remember where he came from, and it felt good to beat him.
Yeah, tell him. What else, Trig? What else, Trig?
I think I'm gonna cut it there for now, but it felt amazing. It felt amazing.
Keep going, Trig.
No, I'm good. I didn't want to go too far. Overall, it's good guys. You need to remember where he came from. You know what I mean? Can't forget who got you where you are.
Tell him, Trig. Martin.
I'm good.
Absolutely, Coach Cappy, with the series of events there that unfolded at the end of the game. What were you telling the defense there to? I mean, I'm at a loss for words.
I'll take the blame for going return middle, I guess, because that's what I'm always comfortable with when doing it, because it's less of an error rather than having a bunch of like 8 buffoons just sitting there and just trying to pick up a football. But so we weren't expecting the fumble, so I just said 3-man deep, and look, if they complete it for a touchdown, then we don't deserve to compete for a division title or playoffs or anything. And so unfortunately, again, we got out of there a little closer than we thought, but I thought we played a dominating game. I mean, it was 10-0 before the last essentially 20 something seconds left of the game. So I felt like we came with a really good game plan. Offense did its thing. Defense, I thought, played great. I mean, multiple sacks, turnovers, only giving up 1 score. So we got to come in next game against Mercer. So Jacksonville State. So, and I think they're going to be ready to go to get a little bit of redemption for themselves and get themselves going. So we're ready to rock and roll, roll off some of these wins, and I'm looking forward at some point to play Northwestern State again. So and I think they're ready to face us again as well.
On your point, Coach Cappy, you are 2-1 in the division with an App State loss versus Jack State. You're going to hold one of the head-to-heads and a tie for division title here. So ranking might not matter for you all. But I do have one question for you, Cappy. So what did it mean to your program, Woman stepping in there and getting a tackle for a loss there in the third quarter? Huge play. I believe it stopped the Demons' drive.
Yeah, I mean, we know Woolman's a really good player. Things happen, and we face the repercussions of that. But at the end of the day, Woolman is a great player for us. And as you could see, he makes an impact, and we were really excited to get him back this year. But we could talk about a lot with our other defensive line, with getting especially Moncrief there later in the game, getting some big time sacks. I could talk about Johnson about getting his interceptions. Same with McCoy. Like there's, I could talk about this defense on and on and on. And we have a really good defense. We just honestly played against, again, one of the better offenses, and we showed out that we belong. So we're going to continue on with our success, and we're going to move on to these next weeks and try to rally off some wins.
Yeah, top 3 offense in many categories, held to essentially 0 until the last few minutes when Trigger left his chair and all the aura went away. But good luck next week versus Jack State. And
I actually got a question there, Nicotine.
okay,
This
please.
one is for Coach Kernsey and Coach Trigger. Having shut down the rushing attack from Northwestern State, are you guys comfortable claiming the top rushing attack in the league now?
What do you
I
say,
think they
Cappy?
literally are. By the way, I think y'all might be.
What do you say, Cap?
I mean,
Y'all were second
I
place, and
think
then you just outrushed.
the yardage says for itself. I think they just came in and played a really good defense tonight, so they just
Yeah, and
gonna
here's the
find a
thing,
rhythm.
guys.
So
We don't care about individual awards. We don't care about team awards. We care about W's, and we care about W's at the right time. And that's what we've always done. That's what we're going to continue to do. And you know, if somebody beats us down the stretch, then they played a hell of a game to beat us, and good on them. You know, there's a lot of great coaches here, a lot of great teams. So, um, you know, no win is easy here, and you know, we earned one tonight.
GG's, boys. Good luck next week. Hope to see you in the rankings. I don't see why you wouldn't be after this week. But we will be heading out.
All right, take care, guys.
Have a good one.
Coach Martin, any final thoughts here on this game as we wrap it up?
Just a well fought game, and as much as they don't want to claim it, I think Northwest Missouri State does have a very healthy claim to the best rushing attack in the league, and a continued claim on it.
Yeah, as the, I believe now, second or third place rushing attack after that performance there, they deserve it. They ran all over us. They ran all over more than a few teams using their quarterback running back combo. Looking for them to pick up in the second half of the season as they did in their national championship winning season. We appreciate everyone who showed out to watch. Please like and subscribe to the stream here as we put a lot of work into it. And hope you have a good night.